You're on YouTube. Me and my guy Spoon. The first ever. I don't want to call it annual, but the first ever after party show. The first ever, if you will. We'll get some shares, get some likes, get some things going here real quick. See what's going on. I didn't stop anything. Open in the app. Thank you. Boom. All right, Spoon. It is up. It is live.
Nice.
Maybe let Spoon talk a little extra about how he feels about Stephen Jones. Huh? Maybe. Just a little bit. I don't. the big old.
That's when I hear his name. It just makes me get angry.
I hear you. I do hear you. Get it all the way. Get back to that live status. Bada bing, bada boom. Type it in over here. Boom. So, keep getting them shares up, Spoon. I'll talk to the people. We got a couple people in this thing. What is going on? Chime in, get your comments in. Hopefully we got this thing fixed. I should be able to get the comments up now, I believe. We got things. Oh, look at there. Look at there. The comments are working once again. I can share them again. Sub and share. Once again, for those that are here too, we just talked about a little bit earlier. Welcome to the After Party Show. We finally are over here in the land of YouTube. We've heard the people. We've heard the response. People have been like, guys, we need you on YouTube. We need you on YouTube. And I was like, man, we're going to work on it. And we are officially in this thing. Obviously, we just did our Cowboys report with Mary Ella, and we simulcast it on Facebook and YouTube. But we want to go in and get the subs a little bit extra, get some more subs up, and do an after party show with me, your guy Nix, and the boy Spoonie. So thank y'all for tuning in. Give it a like, give it a share, sub, and smash the notification button? Is that how they say it on YouTube these days? I don't know. Yeah, hit that notification bell anytime we go live. You already know. Or if we upload, we got the opportunity now to upload stuff. Spoon's getting them shares up as always. Tune in, let us know where you're from, where you're checking in from as well. I know, Spoon. I'm asking you to multitask as you're getting your share game up and doing your thing.
I'm ready to go.
You're ready to rock. Rock and roll. I'm gonna let you as we kind of ended the show, the Cowboys Report show. We were kind of a little Stephen Jones, a little what we could add, some things of that ilk. I did promise you once we got over here that I'll let you get off your chest about old Stephen and what he happened to say or didn't say about adding a couple of pieces. That is.
Oh boy.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think 0, 1, 2? You think he's going to add some pieces there, Spoon?
To be honest, I feel if he's going to add any pieces, it won't be major pieces. It'll be low key guys and stuff like that. Again, Stephen Jones is a bargain shopper. It's got to be. If it's a high caliber player, he's got to be in a situation where a team is desperate to get rid of that player, and the draft capital will play into our hand. The same thing like Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper wasn't playing a high level with the Raiders. Pretty down season, first round pick only, and look what happened. Right now, Amari Cooper is worth more than 2 first round picks. And that's who Stephen Jones is. He's not like Jerry Jones's father, who will go out there and do what it takes to get somebody. He's not like that.
But I mean, if we're being fair, okay. Not everything Jerry did was all gold, though.
Right.
So I mean, I hear you though. I'm definitely with you. Steven a little bit too sitting on the hands, if you will.
Right. I mean, see, here's my thing, though. My thing is that this team looks like a team that can contend for the playoff. I mean, for the championship. Solid offense. The offense is top notch, right? We know defense will take its time. The Chiefs didn't have a top defense, right? At all. But at the end of the day, their offense was the strength. 40 burgers. We got the SEO. The SEO will score points. Will carry the defense until the defense is ready. So if you need a defensive piece in that secondary, because obviously you are trying to get a safety. You did it last year. And BJ, like earlier today's show, you came out and said to everyone that the Cowboys were indeed on the phone with the Jets while Seattle and the 49ers were trying to get Jamal Adams, what Seattle did. So obviously it tells me that you're not even comfortable with the safety position. You're not comfortable. So, that's
right.
again, I'm not saying in this case here of throwing out 2 first-round picks and the third, there's not one safety available that we're going to get that anybody could say, well, you know what? Thank God Stevie Jones didn't give up that pick. Because and every day, Minkah Fitzpatrick and Jamal Adams were 2 players that was available because of how disgruntled they was on their teams. And the teams was definitely ready to depart. Like the Minkah Fitzpatrick, what the Steelers gave up for him was light. Stevie Jones didn't even get close to that type of deal. A second and Taco Charlton.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, water underneath the bridge when it comes to that. I mean, obviously the big cost, right? Route 33 as we had on the page and everything else, Jamal Adams. But I mean, we can't be mad. I mean, 2 firsts, a third, and a starter. No matter if the starter was a 30-year-old or whatever the case may be. I mean, come on. I mean that's QB kind of give up. Now we want to talk about Steven to keep it on point with your beef with Steven. Not getting the deck deal done, obviously ranks at the very top. It did for him to come out after the deck deal not getting done saying, I'm looking to add a couple of pieces.
Right.
What couple of pieces? Somebody help me.
I don't know. I really don't. Listen, end of the day, linebacker, safety. Listen, Clowney's still out there. That's a good need. Listen, end of the day, Aldon Smith hasn't played in 5 years. Gregory, he's not reinstated yet. After that, it's just a couple of young pieces. You want to repeat what Quinn did last year for the Cowboys. You want to do that. Now, I understand Quinn getting $15 million a year at his age. I understood that part. But my thing is that he's fresher than Aldon has to play in 5 years. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to get Clowney in here on a small deal if you can. End of the day, he's not signed yet. And I wouldn't even put it past me if he wants to be a Cowboy. Why? Because if you're trying to go somewhere where you can make more money next year, what better team than the Dallas Cowboys? You saw what Robert Quinn did. He played under the 1 year with the Cowboys, took a pay cut after the trade from Miami. Look what happened.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, big facts. Again, I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly where we're going to, hit. Yeah, but you got 9.3 million at this point, right? I mean, if you did something with that, if you did something with Dak, right? Obviously, there was some more room there, to come in and do some things. So,
Right.
Neither here nor there. I mean, again, I definitely understand the frustration with Steven. As we talked about before, off top, first you tag Dak, then you get the deal done. I think it's very tongue in cheek for him to come out afterwards and say, well, I'm looking to add a couple of pieces. It's like, come on, Steve. Steve, are you really trying to add a couple of pieces? Come on. For those that are here, man, by all means, comment where you're from, where you at. We'll get the posts, we'll get your comments up here. Like and share, hit that sub button as well. But yeah, I mean, dude, you look around with 9.3 million, not really adding a whole bunch, that's for sure, and not nothing like that ilk. Maybe you can add a big piece on a 1 year like a Clowney or a Griffin, right? Get them somewhere in that $7 to $8 million range. Albeit they can make some money moves happen. They're probably going to tuck those and wait as it pertains to next year getting Dak's deal done. If they're going to get Dak's deal done. But yeah, I mean, but as it goes with the one and only Stephen Jones, tight. He's very tight, Spoon, and we know this already. He's very tight, so we'll have to wait and see. I do want to kind of curve it, and we saw that Zeke ended up at number 24 on the top 100, and apparently that's it for the Cowboys. Is the word. So all the Cowboys are going to be on the NFL top 100 this year. Very highest was Zeke. We saw Dak checking about 46. I think for me, I just want to know. Somebody help me with who's the 50+ players better than Zach Martin. I mean, that to me, that's the one. I mean, rank the other guys kind of wherever. I mean, we can talk about. I mean, even though they did this thing, said Tyron Smith is the best left tackle in the league. I get it not being too high, injuries, back, whatever the case. I have my certain issues when it pertains to Tyron Smith, loving to death, but I'm like, oh, well, we better make sure we got that position covered. But Zach Martin's the one that kind of got me. I get it. Offensive linemen supposedly get underlooked, but this is also supposedly voted on by the players. Man, I just don't know. 54, 55 different players better than Zach Martin? And also with Zeke, Dalvin Cook up there in Minnesota ranked higher than Zeke?
Nah.
Wow.
Nah. End of the day, it's a popularity thing for what guys did last year and whatever. I never supported the top 100 at all. It's basically, it's biased. It's very biased. It's not really fair. Not to be real. You can have a dozen. A guy. Perfect example. Not from Dallas. Larry Fitzgerald, Hall of Fame. He had about 7 and change, almost 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. AJ Brown from Tennessee, over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Didn't make it. It's examples like that. They put in his name.
Well,
it's like the
football. And then Todd Gurley's like around 51 or something like that. Or top
and he
50.
barely didn't play like. I don't understand.
That's like a lot of players move up and down, or a lot of people, talk about it. The big thing was Dak was on the top 100 last year. I'm like, who cares? I'm like, it's like the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl's cool. I mean, tell me about All Pro and who gets voted All Pro. Like, it's a popularity contest. I don't care, but it moves the needle. People talk about it. People go through it, whatever the case may be. For those that are tuning in, for those that are tuning in, obviously this is, as you see, the after party. We did our original show that we do every Tuesday on the Stargate page and group on Facebook, and obviously we're on YouTube now as well. As we're trying to grow this side of the brand. People have been asking for us to get over here, so here we are. And we said, you know what? Me and Smooth said, we did the show. Let's do an after party show. Just let it fly from the hip. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we're going to talk about. Nothing too harsh. If you got a question, throw it up there. If you got a comment, throw it up there. Let's get on the page. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. I know we had a good conversation for those that maybe that are here that didn't join us on our show about some of these position battles. And I mean, low key, outside of Garden Center, man, whatever's happening in the cornerback safety, just in general, the secondary, I think that's where everybody's going to be kind of tuned into, right, Spoon?
Right. I mean, the secondary is basically the talk of the training camp, because that's the only group right now that we don't even know who's going to be the main starters. I mean, we have a idea, which is our own opinions, but we don't know yet. It's open competition, so whether you're a drafted rookie or you're a player that was on the last year's coaching staff, but everybody has a clean slate. They're gonna pick brand new, start over. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely listen. I was on board to get everything to try to do whatever you can do to get Jamal Adams. I was one of the few. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into the battle, and I'm hoping guys like Donovan Wilson, who showed Cowboy Nation last year during the preseason, that he could be something. I mean, he was yeah, 5 interceptions, and 4 preseason games. And how the starters, how they responded to him at the sidelines. Hey, listen, it was something. And when we needed that position filled up during the season, last year's coaching staff felt that he's not ready. I believe you spoke with Brian Broaders, right?
Uh-huh.
And he said in the tweet, BJ, that don't look for it. It's not gonna happen, and that's sad. That's bad. And I'm kind of heated at that. And we all know Stevie Jones is still looking for a safety. He's still looking for. He doesn't feel good
Yeah.
about this. So
Yeah, I mean, they took their chance right at Minka, right? Then they were in and out on Jamal, whatever. I mean, at this point, as we talked about before, they have to at this point think it's going to be Woods and Ha, and we'll see what Wilson in whatever corner, whether it's Worley, whether it's Cheeto, whoever they decide, Robinson the second to throw over there to see what sticks. I mean, it just kind of seems like what they're gonna stick with. But in that being said, then it gets you back to who's going to be your outside corners. We posted on the Star Game page itself. I posted the pic of Diggs, day one starter. A lot of Cowboys Nation kind of mixed on that. I mean,
right.
I feel like he's going to be a day one starter, but man, there's a lot of Cowboys Nation thinks he's just going to be part of the rotation. So when it comes to Diggs, do we think that Diggs is really going to be that day one or no?
Listen, I think so. As I said earlier, I'm with it to start both rookies. If it's me, I would put Diggs on one side. I would put Adam Robinson the third on the other side. I will move Cheeto to safety. I think Cheeto will be a better safety than Xavier Woods. He played a lot of safety in Colorado when he got drafted. He had more snaps at safety. So I think I would rather go ahead and try that move. Hey, listen, BJ, you and Mary have both said it that he's done well with the pass breakups, right?
Right.
So basically, he has the instinct to get him on the ball. Now, the timing of him just picking it off is one thing, but at least he's showing his instincts of when to do what he could do. And as safety, that's what we need. We need instincts. We need turnover. This is what this defense, the coaching staff want. They want turnovers. That's the main thing. And I would put him in safety.
Okay, and really checking in real quick. John Wynn, I see him. We'll get to your question in a second. As Norton says, hashtag new coach, new scheme. Definitely. Bluff City Cowboys in the building saying, what's up, fellas? Bluff, thank y'all for tuning in as always. Okay, so you're moving Cheeto. All right, that's where you're at. You're going to move Cheeto. And so what you're going to, you're running with Cheeto and Ha. I mean, right, you didn't sign Ha to be a backup, but I mean, all over deal, you could say, are you running Woods and Ha? Or excuse me, Woods and Cheeto?
I'm doing Cheeto and Ha as a tandem.
Okay. It's hard for you to talk me into that because I am very big on Cheeto this year and being on that outside still. I just am. Obviously this thing's going to be a work in progress. I'm still kind of. I think Diggs, unless Diggs comes in, because again, Diggs should have been a first round pick. We know kind of how this draft and way this talent was stacked up. Normally, Diggs would be a first round pick. And we were lucky to get him at 52. We even tried to trade up for him in the second round and couldn't get to him and couldn't even get the trade done, right? So I'm like, I got to believe if they were trying to do that much for Diggs, that I think Diggs has to be a day one starter. In this weird off season that we're having, training camp without games, I think it's just very hard to start two rookie corners. Not maybe that they don't want to, but I just don't think they can. And I think that just makes it very hard to move Cheeto over there. Unless, if you move Cheeto, you will say, okay, I'm going to rock with Worley and Diggs on the outside and let it play out from there. Man, that's just one of those things that's very intriguing as camp's about to get underway. We're going to see this thing start to play out and move forward. Again, Diggs does if you look at the rap sheet on Diggs, the in your face, very nasty, very personal. You're not getting the inside slants easy off on him, so on and so forth. Now, if a wide receiver doesn't then indeed get behind him, there could be some issues there in the trail technique. But again, I mean, things they have to learn on the fly and get better at, as he's coming into the league. Obviously, and back to your point as well, Spoon, they want turnovers. Well, I mean, Diggs came into Alabama as a 5-star wide receiver recruit. He gets his hands on balls, which is kind of why another reason why I'm like, I think he's going to have the opportunity to start, and why I envision this thing kind of being Diggs and Cheeto. The thing about Robinson II is, man, he can kind of do everything. As we talked about on the show before here, I'm like, I think they're going to give him a chance everywhere. I think slot, let's see what he has. I think safety, let's see what he has. Cornerback outside, let's see. Where does he kind of, in these drills, in these practices, where is he competing? Where is he showing up more? And that's kind of my dark horse to kind of see things. And again, I think Donovan Wilson's really going to walk through that door. I think, I hate to look, and I don't want to sit here and say that they have some guys that are penciled in day one starters. I think HaHa's the day one guy for sure. I don't think they signed him for him not to be the day one guy. So then I look at the other safety position with Woods, and I think if there's any chance of a change at the safety position, it's going to be him. Right. And okay, well, you got Donovan that can maybe potentially do something there, right? And he can kind of drop down, and you can put HaHa in the open field, or vice versa. They're kind of interchangeable a little bit. And if you do move a Cheeto or the Robinson II there, I mean, I think that's where the competition is going to be. Unless HaHa really comes in and just thinks up the joint, I think HaHa's your day one starter. Woods has got to protect his neck. Hashtag to the Wu-Tang. You got to protect your neck for sure.
And again, it's like I said earlier. Diggs is my favorite play of Diggs. Was against, I believe, it was Tennessee, and when Tennessee fumbled that football, and he took it from the end zone, ran it all the way for the touchdown. It's instincts. He's always looking for where that ball is going to be at. Right. And a lot of times you can get lost in the whole jam. He looks for it. We've seen some video this offseason, him and his brother, Stephon Diggs, and he is much bigger than his brother. But we saw the technique. Now I know some folks were like, "Oh, they're just playing around." No, they compete. So when you see the way he was playing against his brother, it makes you feel good. Like, damn, because Stephon Diggs is one of the most talented guys that you have to guard in the NFL. We everybody knows that. Cornerbacks say all the time. So a guy like Diggs, he was fortunate. Very fortunate that he was still there in the second round and we got him. And the one thing is that when you're a former wide receiver, now you're playing cornerback, you know how to track that football. You're playing corner, but when that ball's in the air, you turn into a wide receiver, and that's when it's going to be okay. We're going to divvy up for that football, and that's the most important thing that he brings to this defense. As far as everything else, it's pretty much up for grabs. I mean, listen, some folks are saying Worley should be the starter.
Yeah, I mean, our guy Norton right here says Cheeto and Worley the starting cornerback, and Diggs will finish the season as our starting cornerback. So yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I mean, here's the thing. That's a smart way to do it because you don't want to put a rookie. Me personally, I put the guy in there. I've always felt that get your feet wet. As you get your feet wet, you learn. You learn to adjust to the speed of the game. In the past, the Cowboys have done it with Michael Jenkins and Scandrick, both rookies. When Jordan Lewis and Cheeto were both drafted the same year, they both started as rookies. And my favorite game was the Denver Bronco game. Even though we lost that game offensively, defensively, they held their own for a minute. That was the best of Cheeto and Jordan Lewis as a tandem. So, I would do that again. I would put Robinson and Diggs. I'm both the side. Here's another thing: is Cheeto going to be here next year?
Yeah, I mean,
if he breaks out, if he breaks out, let's talk about that. With Stephen Jones, We all know when D-Law broke out that 1 year, he wanted to see it again.
Okay, well, let's not get too far down the old hour, the looking glass. Let's just stay in the moment. Let's stay in the moment here. I get it. There's some guys with 1-year contracts that you're a little worried about, understandably. But let's say, hold on, pump the brakes. Let's wait and see. We do have another question here. John Witten checked in and said, what moves do you think you can make player-wise? Man, well, I mean, funny. We talked about this on the show beforehand, kind of towards the end. We kind of opened up, kind of talk about Stephen Jones. Stephen's made 2 moves, a couple of moves. We are of the mindset that it's not going to happen at all. But let us now, Spoon. I'll let you look into your crystal ball, or forget crystal ball, your wish list, if you will. Right? Mm-hmm. We kind of know, right? The top free agents that are available, Spoon. If there was a couple of moves to be had, what do you think, Stephen? I mean, I don't want to put you in Stephen's shoes. I know you don't want to be Stephen at all. Fair enough.
His shoes are funky.
What I will say is, what would you like to see them do?
Oh, well, it's either Griffin, Everson Griffin, or Clowney. Why? End of the day, you have nobody really opposite side of D-Law. Yes, we got guys to be drafted.
Bradley and
that takes time.
All right.
Yeah, Bradley and Nate. We got Jalen Jelks. You got your Armstrong, your Joe Jackson. We got guys, but we don't know where they are.
I mean, Gregory's going to be back on here soon. Alden Smith, right?
Gregory is a question mark. Hopefully, he gets reinstated by this week. They're going to petition for that. Now, my thing is, again, Gregory hasn't played in 2 years. Alden hasn't played in 5 years. Mm-hmm. You can have a nice rotation, especially when you're going from 3-4 certain games, 4-3, and you're doing that mixed match. You want fresh bodies. Alden Smith, is he going to be should he be a starter right away? Not really. He may be in physical shape, but he's not in football shape. That takes time. So I want to, it's almost the same situation as Robert Quinn of last year, but the only difference is that Robert Quinn is he's been playing 4-3 with the Rams. He went 3-4 with the Miami Dolphins, so he's been playing. All this been 5 years. So right now, I don't feel that great about the other side. I really don't, because this D-Law benefit from having a guy like Robert Quinn. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, Robert Quinn, he had like 12, 13 sacks. Heavily compensated by the Bears this offseason. So hopefully that's one thing. Another thing also is, again, you gotta make a move for that secondary.
Okay.
Make a move for that secondary. In the free agency market, there's not enough good safeties out there. Every Greed is solid, but you're not gonna bring him in. Okay, you got Rashard Jones. He's retiring. He's elderly for Miami Dolphins. You got who else is out there? It was I forgot the guy's name. He's playing the Cardinals. 28, 29. So that's not gonna work. So it's really nobody out there now. You said earlier Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan can play safety and corner. I will bring him in. That would be good. That would be cool. Why? Competition. He's a vet. He can play both spots, and you need that. And again, as you said earlier, they was on the phone with the New York Jets, while the Jets was also with Seattle and 49ers trying to get Jamal Adams. So if that's the case, that's me right there that you don't feel comfortable with the safeties. You don't.
I mean, I don't know if it feels. Here's the thing. I don't think if it's a case of feeling comfortable or not. But I mean, if you have a chance to get what we would consider a generational player, right? I mean, you got to do your due diligence. Okay. And now, obviously, we can sit here and say that, well, they swung and missed last year for Mika. They swung and missed on Jamal last year. They tried to come in for Jamal again. And but those guys, you kind of look at them, they're kind of game changers. So, it's not so much that, they're looking to say, okay, well, this guy can come in and, or they're not looking for a particular guy in free agency, I guess, to come in. Like, okay, we have a chance at a guy that is young that can be a long-term piece. So why not? But when I go through and see what's available, here's my thing, and what's kind of hard to kind of distinguish this thing a little bit is, this idea that we're going to have a schemeless defense, flexible, even if you will, is that are we going to be on more of a 4-man front? Are we going to be more in a 3-man front? And then that kind of tells me what I need to kind of go forward and get, because at the end of the day, if it's more of a 4-man front, then go get me Everson Griffin, right? If we're going to be in more of a 3-man front, then I think I'd rather take my swing at Clowney for a year. Is kind of where I would be, depending on what that is. The one thing I will say, and I continuously bang the table about, is you look at middle linebacker. I mean, it's a little suspect to me. I like your option of Darren Lee. I think that's a good one. I think Malcolm Smith that played for us some last year is a good one. And I'll take even Alec Ogletree. I've been making the same for Alec Ogletree for a grip now. To bring that kind of that kind of talent in here. When I think about offensive line, with Larry Wolford now being opting out because of COVID, I look at like a Ronald Leary. Yeah, I know he's 31, knee injuries, whatever. He would be cheap. Let him come and compete, see what he can do. I don't think there's big splashes, Mr. Witten, as you asked earlier. I think there's pieces they can add. If we're talking about the safety position, I'm with you. Eric Reed's not coming in here. Logan Ryan, who can kind of play corner and safety, I don't think he's coming in here either, to be honest with you. But look, how about someone who has a little bit of history, right? I mean, how about a Morgan Burnett, he's 31, been pretty good. Started out there with the Packers. He's been in the safety rotation before with Ha, right? So they kind of know each other. Not going to cost you a ton of money either. So I kind of look at those kind of guys. It's going to be, and again, right, because we're talking about former. If we look at what they've done, right, because Stephen Jones, and back to your point, is he's a bargain shopper. And it used to be bargain players. The biggest difference we saw this offseason with Mike McCarthy was it went to, well, we're going to get good players just at bargain prices. Poe, McCoy, Dix, and Alden Smith. All 4 of those guys are former first-round picks and have been all pros pretty much for the most part. I don't know. Right. I know Gerald McCoy has. I know Alden Smith has. I don't know Poe or Dix have, but either way, they've been considered pretty in the top of their class of what they do. So then I kind of go through and I kind of look at what's available free agency wise, and what does that mean? We have $9.3 million available right now, right? So a Griffin or a Clowney is probably going to eat up about $7 million of that. Now, can we do some moves to free up some more money? Sure. But I don't know if they're going to go do that. Then there's the Drake Kirkpatricks of the world that you maybe, if you're for sure moving Cheeto to safety, maybe bring a Drake Kirkpatrick in, right? But again, that's why I think the Burnetts of the world kind of fit the mold. Maybe a Tony Jefferson. I think you brought up Tony Jefferson, right?
Yeah, but
former safety from Baltimore. He's around 28, 29. There's a guy you could bring in for sure if you're looking for some safety there. Because I do agree with this. Whether it's a splash or non-splash, or what do we kind of think? I do think just from a depth standpoint, a safety needs to be added.
Hey, listen, I got an idea. Why don't you go out to New Orleans, call New Orleans, Marcus Williams, 24-year-old, very solid safety. The Saints might not want to sign him next year. Listen, again, it's
so you want to trade for a guy that you got to sign that we ain't got no money to sign?
Well, here's the thing. We was between Minka and Jamar, we dropped the ball on both of them. Especially Minka. Minka had a nice contract that was set for a while, for greatly. And
I will slowly disagree with Minka a smidge. At the end of the day, they wanted Taco. If you want, I'm not sending a first in Taco. I know. Ah, well, I
I
mean,
mean,
they
you know
didn't.
what Sticky remind me of? DJ, it's like when we do our fantasy football games, right? Our fantasy football, and we in the league, right? And somebody offers you a trade, you're top-notch guys, but they want to offer you guys that you're gonna cut, that they're gonna cut regardless. That's the kind of things. That's the kind of moves that you can't make as a GM. This guy Minka here is a top 5 draft pick, 23 years old. He's getting traded too early. Okay, the Steelers got him for a first, and a third, and a seventh. You only offer a second and tackle. That doesn't even match. You basically gave up scraps for Minka, knowing that this. I mean, my thing is this: it's not like there's something that you know about that nobody else doesn't. Everybody else knows about Minka. Minka, if you want versatility, that's what Minka could do. Corner, safety, whatever you want to do. And the minute he got traded to the Steelers,
Well,
what happened?
right. But the thing, and of course the other thing too, as it pertains to that, was that we had a coach on a lame duck contract, so it was a little bit harder, I think, for them to go out there and just go all in. See, now let's rewind. Let's say that Garrett was going to be here longer, okay, and hold on, and Allah back to the Amari trade. No problems. Give up the first. But I don't think they wanted to give up too much, for him. And look, they offered the first for Jamal. Jamal's in a different class than Mika. I love Mika to death. But
Right.
they offered a first for Jamal. They stepped up to a first for Jamal. So obviously they had a pecking order. That's why I don't get too mad about the Mika trade, just because they had a pecking order of what they wanted to do. And look, and they tried to get it. Look, the Jets asked for something retarded last year. Right? Okay. And then you revisit it this year. And again, I mean, 2 firsts, a third, and a player. I mean, bro, it's just too much. Now, I'm with you because, I've told you before, there has to come that line, that point in time where the Cowboys take the chips and they push them all the way in. That you have to do that. But I don't know if that's the time right now. Like, there's no preseason. It's a new coaching staff. You ain't got your quarterback signed. There's a lot of things that are happening. So I don't know if that's the moment, that's going to get you there yet. So I understand why not to do it now. However, we can kind of talk about how this college football thing is going to work or not. And maybe this first round pick coming up is going to be a little fluid, perhaps. Okay, maybe there's a different deal you can go do, whether it's a Malik Hooker or a different player. I mean, maybe there's something that you can go look at and go do, possibly. But I think at this point, back to the original question from John, was if there's things to be had, I don't think it's going to happen before practices happen. I think now I do believe if they get into the training camp a week or two and they're like behind the scenes, they're like, okay, man, we got a problem here. I absolutely think they'll make a move. I do believe that, though. I don't think they'll wait till the regular season. I think they will do something before then.
But see, that's another problem too. Like, it's like with the Amari Cooper thing. They wanted to try try with the wide receivers. What do we call that again? I don't remember it. But anyhow, they had 3 wide receivers, right? And they wanted to try. Yeah, losing record. Okay, let's put that first round pick for Amari Cooper. You wait. Why wait? Sometimes you already know, and especially when a guy like Willie McClay already telling you. Again, you 2 times last year when safety became available, a first round pick. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm happy that they give a first round pick.
But they gave up the first for Jamal. They gave up the first for Jamal.
Right. Okay. So what I'm saying is this: is that, and it happened again this offseason again. Just last week, they was on the phone with the Jets. Now, again, what I'm saying is that if you wanted to give a first round for Jamal Adams to play safety, that's telling me that you having thoughts about that position, and you also have a future plan. At the end of the day, let's keep it real. Ha, 1 year. Xavier Woods, 1 year. Cheeto, 1 year. The only guys you got guaranteed is here more than 1 year is Anthony Brown,
Uh-huh.
Diggs,
Uh-huh.
Robinson,
Uh-huh.
and Donovan Wilson.
Uh-huh.
That is it. That is it. And
we'll get Kennedy back next year.
And Kennedy will be right because he opted out. So I if there's gonna be any type of moves, I expect it by next week. Hopefully, once the deadline comes for people for players to opt out, and once everything's pretty much set. Hey, listen, call the coach about Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker was a stud in Ohio State. Now I understand he had an injury with the coach, but sometimes players play different once they go to a new situation. And Malik Hooker is a solid safety. I would definitely call low price, low key. Listen, you're not trying to sign him. He's in the same situation as the guy from the Raiders last year. Forgot his name, but the safety that kept on linking the Cowboys too. Same situation. Same draft.
Yeah. Norton said, Spoonie, how rich do you think what they wanted for Jamal was?
What do you mean? The Jets?
Yeah, what they were asking for.
I could imagine if you got 2 first-round picks in the third. That I think what happened is I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys offer something solid, and the Seattle Seahawks came in and now we got something better. 2 first-round picks, a third, and a player. Who knows? But Jamal Adams again, he's a stud. He's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, is he? Let me ask you this: is he that much more of a stud than, say, Jalen Ramsey to you?
No.
I mean, and Jalen Ramsey is only 2 first.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you're starving for something, you gotta pay a little extra for it. Once they know that you're desperate for it, they know you're gonna end up paying more for it. That's the key thing.
I mean, that's fair, but my God, I mean that's like trading for. Yeah, I mean, bro, that's like quarterback compensation. I mean, you just can't do it for a safety. You just can't do it for it.
See, I didn't care for it because again, there's no college football. Next year's NFL draft, that's going to be kind of. But now with the Dak Prescott situation, it's best to keep the first round pick now. Now it's best to keep it. But
let me ask you this: what I know you were on record saying you give up 2 firsts. I know you said that. Is that what you tapped, or would you did 2 firsts and a third without the player?
I would see. I would do 2 firsts and a third, depending on what the player is. If it's a player like say,
no. I'm saying for Jamal. No. We're just talking about Jamal. We're just talking about Jamal. Would you give up 2 firsts and a third for Jamal?
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I told you. I told you what I tap at. Roy Williamsville. First, third, and the sixth. That's 2 firsts and a third, bro.
End of the day, draft first round picks. If you look at the Cowboys right now, it's mostly makeup of 2nd to 7th round picks, not first round guys, except the offensive line and Zeke. And that's it. Everybody else that we didn't draft. So at the end of the day, I trust Willie McClay to get his guys in the second and third, and 4th round to find gems. First round pick to me, I'm not really high on because they crapshoot like everything else. But a guy like Jamal Adams, that it doesn't come every often, and I don't know why folks keep thinking that he's a box safety. Nah, no way.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. I mean,
I don't understand where they come with that stuff.
And of course, I mean the way that Seattle kind of pegged this thing, I don't know if you saw this or not, the way they pegged it as why they gave up so much was they don't see him as just a safety. They see him as a weapon. So he's a weapon. So that's how they're pegging to make it look like they didn't give up too much. I mean, but at the end of the day, what I look at it is, how old is Russell Wilson?
He's 32.
Okay. Right, and you kind of, you just got DK Metcalf on the other side, right? That's some things going. Defensive front's kind of good now. How old is that? Not forget KJ Wagner. A little
Wagner, he's 32.
Yeah, getting a little long in the tooth. To me, at the end of the day, this is like, okay, Pete Carroll's like, all right, I don't even care. I won't probably be here in 4 years. go give me this guy. It gives me a window of 2 to 3 years, and whatever happens after me is going to be the next coach's problem. It's fine. And we don't, and we don't have that, and we don't, and look, and again, we don't have that luxury here because we just got a brand new coach in house. Now, we just talked about how much we, are before this cast, right? We talked about how much we loved this draft, and what it meant with, because we, as we know, if Garrett was here, we would have traded back or took Clayson, right? Like we saw how the draft went, and a lot of that had to do, and even pre free agency had to do with the new head coach. So I don't want to cripple him right away and not see what he wants to do with whatever picks we get moving forward. Now I understand the argument that, oh, well, if we got Jamal, we're picking in 27 to 32 anyways. Who cares? But I'm like, yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. CeeDee Lamb, I listen. That was a blessing in disguise. That's what made the draft special. But and I'm happy we didn't give a first round pick for that. But now that we got now that we lucky to have a guy like CeeDee Lamb on the team on the offensive side, we need some playmakers in that secondary. Now Diggs, listen, he got high potential. You got to wait for that. But I don't know how fast he's going to come on and do what he do. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we need somebody around him to build we need a veteran back there who can control that secondary and be the voice for that. Now, how only there for 1 year? That is it. We only got 4 guys back there who's guaranteed to be there more than 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And it's a scary part. It's gonna be something. Like I said, when it comes to Jamal Adams, I would have gave those picks up. I don't think anything back from that. I already know. I just be thinking about what he would contribute on the field this year and next year and beyond. But it's funny you said that about the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll, because at the end of the day, there was word on the street that they're not even discussing about a long-term contract. And that's something. If he's not discussing about it, that tells me that he wants to go on the market. And I'm not gonna.
Right? No, I mean it's true. No, it's true. I mean, no.
It's funny.
He could be a rental. I mean, yeah, he could be a rental.
He could be their rental piece for a while, right? Because we've seen it happen with Clowney.
Right.
Clowney went there to Houston. He was their rental piece.
Mm-hmm. Plays 2 years in league.
He's still available.
He's a free agent in 2022. So I mean, there's definitely things that are happening. We'll wait and see how that boils down and breaks out. Norm Backdoor said, like I said in the group, JJ. Well, more like SJ, not JJ on this one. Stephen Jones. Mismanaged deals of Dak. Yeah, we know. Coop. I don't know. We got Coop for a pretty good deal, honestly, if we're being honest. And Byron Jones. Yeah, the Byron Jones thing is asinine. If we would have signed Dak early, transitioned Byron Jones, and Hope Coop would have re-signed, we couldn't have 2 extra firsts to get 33. I mean, there's a lot of different ways this could have played out. I mean, case in point, the one thing that we've always brought out on our cast and in the groups and whatnot, here we are on YouTube, so let us give this gospel to the YouTube, is, I mean, back to Stephen Jones, and why I say at a certain point we got to hold his feet to the flame on the right things. Spoon wants to go just scorched earth on him, not offense. But it does boil down to Stephen Jones mishandled a couple of different things. And then Stephen Jones said at the end of the day, right, well, basically, we're not going to give Byron Jones back, we don't think, but we're going to keep Quinn. And look, we didn't keep either or. And then with that being said, outside of getting the Coop deal done and Dak on the franchise tag, where's the money? Oh, we're down to 9.3 million now. So we're kind of hamstrung a little bit. Yeah, everybody signed. Now there's triggers that they can do and things that they can happen, like literally overnight. They can get over 20 million quickly in cap space if they want to. However, Steven's not in the business of mortgaging the future until he sees it. He's more the quarterback. Let me use a quarterback reference. Steven's not anticipating something happen. He wants to see it happen, and then he'll buy in. He's not going to be a risk taker that way. And like
Right.
and kind of back to what we mentioned earlier, or Mary, I think Mary actually said this right when we got off. She said, it might be even on. She said, if we get to say the championship round the following year, Spoon, whatever you want to go get, she would be all in, right? And that's because then maybe Steven can see it and can push those chips into the middle, you know. And as Chop said, for the love of our Lord, can Gregory get back on the field? We'll know by Friday.
Yeah, by Friday, he's petitioning for that right now. So, you know, and again, that'll be a good look right there. That'll be a great look. Now you get him back in the field. You got Alden Smith and him, but end of the day, you know, this team is still this team still needs something, and the more you wait, the more you got to pay, and that's the thing about it. You know, you're not gonna get a deal like Amari Cooper for everybody. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna get that.
Well,
you know,
I mean, again,
teams if it's somebody that can afford, they know this guy's that good. Well, we want to be compensated back, and that's the new thing. Jalen Ramsey, where he got traded for, this Jamal Adams. Y'all thought them first round picks. Y'all throw them out with multiple picks. You know, I think the Minkah Fitzpatrick one was a favorable one, very favorable one, but you're not gonna find it all the time.
No, but I mean, again, if they want to add some look, and we're back to this whole idea 4-3 versus 3-4, right? Depending on what we're trying to do defensively, you know, I mean that's why maybe the Clay Matthews of the world make more sense. I mean, he got 8 sacks last year, right? You know, but does he progress stop, say, a Jalen Smith being on the outside? And that's the things that I think a lot of Cowboys actually don't understand. Like Jalen Smith, to me, as long as the middle linebackers are healthy, I think for sure, I think this rotation, you know, to go get these sacks and go get pressure, man, it's going to be crucial. Because, I mean, if Bradley Anae walks through that door, Alden Smith walks through that door, Randy Gregory walks through that door, right? Jalen Smith coming off the edge. We have a plethora of guys that can get to the quarterback. Look, I didn't even mention D. Law yet. I mentioned a whole bunch of guys and didn't even talk about D. Law yet.
I mean, he needs that support. I mean, again, we've seen how that line. Perfect example. I know when I mention his name, some guys feel the same way. Greg Hardy. We had Greg Hardy. We saw something with D. Law on the other side about having a tank, right? After that was Robert Quinn, right? Because after D. Law, we didn't go after really nobody. We had experiment guys, bargain shoppers. Once we got Robert Quinn, and we did his deal. Look at the performance.
Yeah. I mean, but give Stephen Jones the credit. What did we trade for him?
Oh, very light. Like a third round, fourth round?
Fourth.
We swapped.
Fourth.
We swapped, right?
And guess we got 12 sacks out of him in less than what he played? 12 games?
Yeah.
When he missed 4? Like 12 to 14 games.
Bargain shopper.
Didn't pay him. We get a third round pick in return. I mean, it's great. Look, that's great business. I'm not going to knock that. I'm not going to knock great business.
No. Here's the thing. It's all good when you can get draft capital in return and all that other stuff. But when are you going to make a move to put you on the top, over the top to win? That's the thing about it.
No.
When that opportunity
I
comes,
agree. But you just went what?
I don't want you to do that.
Hold on. How can you expect the front office to go all the way in? You just went 8-8. You just replaced your coaching staff, and your franchise. And your franchise quarterback is playing on the franchise tag. So it's kind of hard for them to go all in because you got to look at the capital and whatnot, and depending on what happens next offseason, you don't know what you got to do. So I understand the angst of 25-esque years. I get it, and wanting to make this and do this and make something happen. I absolutely get. However, we do have to at least take stock and understand this part of it. We have to understand what the organization is, period. Forget the front office and everything. I'm talking just how the organization is. You went 8-8. You have a completely different coaching staff, and you don't know how this thing's going to play out yet. You just don't.
But at the end of the day, you was still peeping, asking about Minkah, and asking about Jamal. My thing is this:
doing their due diligence.
But BJ, here's the thing,
though. Available.
But BJ, if they're available, and you're making an offer, don't make an offer if you're not gonna be. If you know it's not gonna be the right offer. Let's just be a second round pick in Taco. I'm gonna always just laugh at that.
Whoa. It's only not. Wait. It's only not the right offer because it didn't accept it. If they had accepted it, you'd be like, oh, what a great move.
You had 7 teams lined up for him. 7 teams. Is it again? It wasn't he was playing bad. He didn't want to play for Miami. That's the thing about it. Jamal Adams, same thing.
Okay.
He's not playing bad. But at the end of the day, but here's the thing, BJ. Amari Cooper was playing bad with the Raiders. You was able to get just a first. But Jamal Adams and Minkah, they wasn't playing bad. They just wanted out of there. And even with the Jamal Adams, you still called this.
No, wait. Look, I want to walk this back with because I think hold on. I want to walk this thing back on Minkah because I think a lot of people have tunnel vision because when he went to Pittsburgh, what happened? I want to take you back to some of our conversations. And I told you, I said, hey, man, people are hating on this trade. I said, but Minkah's a guy. I said, but they're moving him around too much. They're not putting him in a certain position.
Right.
Hold on, wait now. He's rated the number 1 slot corner. I said, however, he's a safety. We kind of went through those things. So you have to look at it from this standpoint at that time before Minkah got to Pittsburgh and things happened. It wasn't that he was considered a bust per se. It was just It was what do you do with him? He went to hold on. He went to Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh, day one, as soon as the game said, oh yeah, not a problem. You're playing safety. We got you. And you watched him look, he did more for that team once he got there than he did his entire time in Miami. Wait for it now. Wait for it. We would have got him with the last coaching staff, and what would have happened?
Safety.
In the cover 2.
No, but see, here's the thing about it. He's a blue chip safety. Here's the thing about Minkah.
When he was in Miami, was trash.
BJ in Miami, remember he had 2 coaches. He had 2 different coaches. The first year he played safety.
Okay, I'm listening.
BJ, the first year he played safety. The following year, when Gason got there, he played corner. He was saying he's a better safety corner. And then when they drafted players in their position, that's when he was like, I want out. Now, mind you, this guy's a top 5 draft pick. You saw no flaws.
As Norton just said, he would have looked like Byron Jones. We would have traded because bro, watch what Byron Jones does this year. Y'all don't understand. I don't care who we traded for.
At the end of the day, that's their fault. You know why? Because
I agree.
See, this thing again. We keep saying again. Stop. What we keep doing is we wait for that 1 year, and when they give you that 1 year, it's the same like I said earlier about Xavier Woods. He'll bust out this year, last year of his deal. You're not gonna sign him because you know why? We want to see him again. And that's what happened with Byron Jones. We put him there too late.
Ladies and gentlemen that are in the building, hey, please hit the sub, hit the notification button, give it a share. We're trying to grow the YouTube page now as well. I do want to double down here A couple of different comments from a guy. Chop said, "You also got to think about McCarthy's hand in this. We don't know," which is true. And then, of course, Norton with the let's see how the new staff can use all these dudes. I'm preaching to the choir there, Norton.
Listen, and again, listen, we're gonna see. We're gonna give all these guys a chance. But my thing is this: why are you still making a phone call for Jamal Adams with the 49ers and the Seahawks and not just give him a chance because you don't feel good about it? Because Willie McClay is telling you don't feel good about it. See, we keep saying, I keep hearing Xavier. This is Xavier Woods' breakout year. I thought it was last year. Oh, it's the system. The system does not show you how to tackle. You may be out of position or whatever. It don't show you how to tackle. The guy misses tackles. I mean, should we go back to the Chicago Bears game with that screen? I know Star game was showing a whole. Everybody in Star game need to put $1 in the jar after that game with the screen pass. Come on, system does not show you how to tackle.
But the system can put you not in the space to win. Again, nobody's playing the cover. Nobody's playing the cover two. And let's be even more. Let's talk about how dysfunctional we were. We had hold on now, right? We had a guy that was a cover two disciple in Marinelli, who they brought in a guy who was a cover three guy disciple, who had to call plays from there. However, and from the player's mouth, they went and trained. Well, no, I can if I get a chance to press, I can only do it this way. I can't do it this way, and so on and so forth. They put the players, the corners, and the secondary in general, they put them in a bad situation. Obviously now, whenever a player like a Jamal Adams or Minka or, and look, forget about safety. I'll pivot to somebody else, a different position that becomes available. You absolutely do your due diligence and make sure that you make a call and see what you can do. Now, you have an idea. No different than the draft board. Minka, they're trading Minka. It's like the draft board. Well, where do I have him? What am I willing to give up for him? And look, smart money is, let me try to take a former first-round pick and a lower pick and flip it to go get him. It is what it is. That's just the business of it. And, of course, right now, look, as you say, Spoon, well, these guys are on one-year deals and this is happening and everything else. I agree. Facts. Those are facts. However, you have to give the new, and again, this is why I said you can't push the chips in as much as I would like them to on anything, because you have to let the new coaching staff do their due diligence as well to figure this thing out, to figure out who they need, what they don't need. This is why they brought these guys in on one-year deals and not read up some of these guys or whatever. They got to see.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. So if that's the case, then none of us should be pissed off that Dak's not signed long-term. Because now we want to see what they can do.
Whoa, that's different. No, whoa, that's different. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. You're cherry picking now. A little different.
Nah, why is it different?
Because we already got the scoop and we know Steven sat on his hands too long and waited. Look, again.
He lies.
Hold on.
Lies.
Spoon, what I'm trying to tell you is, what I'm trying to hit you with, nothing is in a totalitarian. Nothing is absolute, if you will. You can definitely be upset about certain things, but understand they're right about certain things, right? Again, There's plenty of reasons to be upset with Stephen Jones, but we also have to understand there are things about Stephen Jones that we like. Now, the hindsight 2020 about Jerry and being whatever gung-ho, there's things to love about Jerry and what he did. However, there's a shit ton about Jerry and what he did do that we don't. Does anybody really want to go back and talk about the Joey Galloway or Roy E. Williams trade? Were those wins? Were those wins for us?
Here's the thing: when you be aggressive, you're gonna come out on top and with some things.
You gotta choose. You gotta pick and choose. You gotta pick and choose, my brother. You gotta pick and choose, my brother.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, BJ. When you're aggressive, You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, right? But my thing is this: when you at a certain point, where you have again we did a playoff with the same team last year, the year before, right? You're supposed to add on to what we missing. We couldn't stop the run for nothing. What was that story you preach about the middle of the field? Or did we address that last year in the offseason? No, we didn't. We didn't get the fatty. It happened all over again. We couldn't stop the run.
You know what? Well, that's your hold on. That's your system. That's your system, though.
Hold up a second now. At the end of the day, we all watch the same thing, but it can't be no excuse what we missed. You couldn't stop the run. You made no adjustment. Right now, wide receivers.
They drafted. Wait a minute. They did draft Tristan Hill because but that's your dude. Hold on, but the system said get Tristan Hill. That saved us.
Who was the better player at the time?
It's not what I hold on.
No,
wait,
but it's not it wrong.
Hold on,
got it wrong.
I'm not saying they did. Here, you're not listening to me. Listen, again, I'm going back to and telling you here was the issue, the system. Somebody banged the table for Hill. Somebody banged the table for Juan Thornhill. Who were the guys that banged the table? Who were the guys? No. Answer the question.
Marinelli
banged the table for Hill.
But who's the judge?
Wait for it. Who banged? Wait for it. I'm going to get you there. If you just walk the path with me, brother. Who banged the table for Juan Thornhill?
Willie McClay.
No,
he did.
Chris Richard. No, Chris Richard. Stop. Marinelli. It was Marinelli's system.
I understand. No, first of all, end of the day, why would you bring in Rashard and say he's the future guy? But you come in here, again. Listen to me.
I'm agreeing with you.
Again, so my thing is this: we missed out on a solid safety in Thornhill for Hill, who right now, figure out right, and we still a defensive tackle in the third round. Because we don't know about Hill yet, right? Second.
No. Yeah, second and third. Yeah, okay.
So again, here's my thing. You still went out last year, and when the safety spots were open, when you had your Jeff Heath there available, your Thompson available, you had Donovan Sammons right in there. Oh, he's not ready yet. So what do? You're looking around for safety. Here's my thing with Stephen Jones. At the end of the day, I understand that coaches make decisions. But at the same time, when you see them making the wrong decision, you're supposed to step in. That's the whole situation right there. That's something that Jerry Jones really is questioning. What's going on here? X, Y, and Z. You can't be sitting there and just want to wait for a bargain. End of the day, in this league, you're here to win. Now, Jerry, for the Cowboys, I know, Jerry was here to win.
Whoa.
I'm probably building.
Whoa. Hold on. Now I got to stop you. The Cowboys, ain't won shit in 25 years.
Why?
Is it Jerry?
Why?
I don't know.
Not Jerry. That's all Jerry. Not all Jerry. I mean, listen, it's not all Jerry. We can go year for year and have different situations. It's not all Jerry. I'll tell you this right now. We was close. We was very close at 2007. We was very close to that. We should have been in that one.
Hey, hold on. And we had an outdated system. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it's true. But sure, we were close. We were close in 07. Okay. Then we were close again when?
16.
Okay. So 07 we were close.
No, not 16.
No, you're right. No, 14, 16.
14. Okay. The Michael Murray one.
I mean, you said, we were close in 16, 13 and 3.
And what did Jerry do those years? Wait, what did Jerry do?
So since 96, 95, 96, We were close in 07, 14, and 16.
At the end of the BJ, here's the reason why. BJ. When you go and if the style that Jerry Jones rebuilt this team, you're gonna always pay for it when it comes to when guys are getting cut, whatever, that money, X, Y, that does hurt. Hear me out. I understand that. That does hurt, and it does take you time to rebuild that team. Now, again, when we got close in 2014, what did he do? 07, he went out there and he spent money. After he spent money, that 3-year window was out the door. What happened? You had to wait till that cap clear up again. You went back out there in 2014. We was close. What did he do? He spent money. Now the new way of Stephen Jones is rebuild through the draft, right? Let's do like New England. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. How long are you going to keep rebuilding? This team, the 2016 that with Dak Prescott there, everybody was saying that's the start of a new window. Why? Dak was on a cheap contract, rookie deal. You could use that money to spend on other plays. What do we do? The minute 2 years later, Dez Bryant, you're going to cut Dez Bryant. Let's do a wide receiver by committee.
Whoa.
What happened?
Whoa. Let's be clear, since we're going to throw shade on that. Since we cut Dez Bryant, tell me exactly what he's done, real quick.
Who's
Dez
that?
Bryant. Since we cut Dez Bryant, what have you done? No. You can't. No. No, you're not listening. You're not listening. No. Because you said. No, you're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish.
That's my part of the story. That's my part of the story.
Right, but you're leaving out a big ass chunk. But you act like we cut Dez Bryant and he left and tore the league up. Dez Bryant hasn't played a fucking. Hold on. Dez Bryant, the Cowboys Nation needs to hear this. And I love Dez Bryant. I got 3 damn jerseys in my damn closet right now, Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant hasn't played a fucking game since we cut him. Be clear.
And we didn't draft a receiver when we cut him. Remember?
Okay.
We were, hold on.
But we signed Alan Hearns. Come on. Wait. Who was a rookie? Wait. I'm out. We did draft a receiver.
How long he lasted, BJ?
We did draft a receiver.
Who?
Lay him out.
Who was it?
Lay him out.
Who?
What year we cut this?
Gallup?
What year we cut this?
We cut Dak at, we in 20 right now? We cut Dak at 18.
18. We drafted Gallup, right?
Did we draft Gallup? Yes, we did. We did that. You're right. We did draft Gallup. Okay. Still treated by wide receivers. It's still committee. What happened?
How's Cole Beasley doing since we got rid of him?
But see, again, I'm not complaining about the guys you got rid of.
Okay. But you act like it was a problem.
I'm not saying that these guys were stars after they left the college.
Here, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna re-up my drink. Let you finish your point. Y'all two help me out with this.
Finish. You gotta be here to finish.
Chop said Woosaw. Norton said, I'm trying to talk you off the ledge. BRB.
All I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna clear this out right now with everybody. I don't want to see anybody posting or saying, gee, our safety position is not doing good. Gee, we got to go make a move X, Y, and Z. This team is talented. We all say, well, last year it was a team thing. We could have went places, but this year we got the SEO, we got everything. If you got all of that, and if you put the finishing pieces, Stephen Jones is still Stephen was still trying to find a safety for the spot. That's telling me that he don't believe in the safety spot right now. But we got fans who keep saying this is Xavier Woods' breakout year. I thought it was last year. No, it can't be last year. It was the system. Good players could play in any system. A system does not show you how to tackle. This guy has missed tackles. Some say out of position. He didn't play safety in Louisiana Tech as much. He played slot corner. See, again, we want to keep on with the experiments and putting guys out of position. Well, if you're gonna keep doing that, might as well do it right by putting Cheeto Awuzie as safety because he has more snaps as safety in Colorado than he did at corner. At least do that right. That's the problem. We want to experiment. Let's take this guy off his rhythm and try him in a spot. Waste time. Come on, that makes no sense. Let's do the wide receiver by committee before we trade for Amari Cooper. Obviously, you was desperate to trade for Amari because it was 3-5. Once we got him, come on. I mean, let's just keep it real. Sometimes you can look at the position and understand, I can't wait to see what they got. I know what they got. Let me get somebody. Xavier Wood has no future as a safety. Why? Last year of his deal. Mm-hmm. Robinson the third is a cornerback. Mm-hmm. No, but Jerry says he can play safety. Willie didn't say that. All Willie said was, that's my pet cat. He didn't say pet cat as safety or corner. Jerry says safety. And he never played any safety at all. So this is my thing. I'm gonna have a good time this whole season. You know why? Because every time we come on Star Game, I'm smile when it comes up to the secondary. Not the corners, the safeties. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna stand there, be nice and polite, go, I don't know. Ask Stephen Jones. Obviously, he is out looking for a safety, but he wants to see it first. All right, we'll see it again. Because again, any good player could play in pretty much in any system. We're talking about safety. Defensive line is a different story. Linebacker is a different story. A safety. Now, if you're like a Voy Williams who couldn't really play in a 4-3, 4-3 was his defense. 3-4 different start. He was slow. Everybody knows that 3-4, you got to cover more. He's not a cover safety. Xavier Woods is supposed to be a cover safety, right? But no, it's a system. So he misses tackles because of the system. It's sad that HaHa Clinton-Dixon is our best guy in the secondary. Brand name.
But that's your problem. You're worried about brand names.
It's not a brand name. My thing is getting better. It's getting better.
I mean, you had to think.
We want to keep going to 6-round pick guys, but you expect them there. Go ahead. No.
Let me know whenever you're done, sir.
No, I'm done. Listen. I tell you right now, what I'm saying right now at 12:03 a.m. New York time. This is right now. It is July 29th, 2020. We're gonna have this discussion again on Star Gang during the season with the secondary, and I bet not hear any. I want to see nobody tag me on a safety missing a hit. Oh, gee, what happened here? Yo, where's the X, Y, and Z? Oh, well, we gotta see first. We gotta wait.
Are you done?
Sometimes waiting hurts the other positions. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Are you done? Okay.
I'm done.
Did Decker ever throw for over 4,000 yards before last year?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's last year?
Shows how much you know. Yeah, last season. Right. Before, but outside of last year, did you throw for 4,000 yards?
But you didn't ask that. You said last year. You didn't say outside of last year.
I said outside of last year, as he thrown for 4,000 yards.
Outside of last year, no, he didn't. Only last season he did.
What changed?
The coordinator. For a while.
Whoa, system, aka coaching? Crazy. That's crazy.
But what does that got to do with the secondary? I just said system is not for everybody. Good players can play in any system. Give me a safety.
Wait, rewind. Well, rewind.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
that,
We
so
read now.
so wait. So Dak in
Wow.
the other system wasn't good enough, but in the new system,
Who said Dak wasn't good at anything? Just because Dak has been very solid no matter what system he was playing last year compared to the year before that. What does that got to do with it? We're talking about guys who's playing like garbage. Garbage. I didn't say anything. Has Dak played like garbage?
Let's rewind. Whoa. Because the guys that are here on the team who played like garbage.
But again, Dak between last year and the year before, no matter how the numbers are, he still played very good. I don't. We threw the ball more last year than we ran the ball. That's the only difference.
Did we? Might need to look the numbers up.
They attempted different. We threw it more, right?
Might need to look those numbers up.
Was Dak attempt numbers up more than the year before that in the past?
Might want to look.
We thought it was going to go up.
It's not for me. Oh, no, sir. Go on your own pilgrimage.
I'm asking you. But
the point is, he got new coaching, seemed to play better, seemed to throw the ball further downfield.
But you're saying play better as if he played bad. The year before that, he hasn't. So 1,500 more yards passing.
Wait.
Better.
Hold on.
The year before that, we was a playoff team.
Now let's rewind because you played the game, right? You played the game, right? Okay. So if I'm a cornerback and I'm told forever and a day that I got to line up 7, 8, 9, 10 yards off the ball, you're hindering me. Facts? Or no, wait. Hold on. Let's get there. Well, let's get there. You literally had hold on. You literally had, we brought in a safety. Hold on. We brought in a safety. Wait. We brought in a safety with the coach that you love, by the way. You love Mike Shermer. Excuse me, not Mike Shermer. Zimmer. You love Zimmer, right?
He has safeties who play safety.
Right.
Safety who play
safety.
Hold
on. And we brought in a safety from his program, right?
Who we brought from his program?
You don't remember the guy that didn't even make it to regular season? He played with Cincinnati, and then he played in Minnesota. Then we brought him in, right? And then, hold on, and then no, bro, Roy Williams. Oh my God!
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He has a podcast now, good sir. Yeah, he has a podcast now. We're like, oh, we got a safety back there. Should be able to easily supplant Jeff Heath. Okay.
I don't know where that is.
And then in training camp, well, look it up. And then in training camp, as they're practicing from his safety position, he took a few steps forward to disguise what he was going to do. And Richard was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Do you want them to know that I'm playing cover 3? I'm good. It's fine." And from that point forward, it was a done deal. Like, you don't remember? Like Loki, you don't remember who he is. Like, if you don't remember him,
we both don't remember who he is.
Oh no, I know who he is.
Say it. Just say who he is.
George.
Let's talk about him.
George.
Who?
First name George.
George T.
Oh my God. Did we have George Teague on the team last year? Wait a minute. We're going to lose some subs. Oh my God. George Iloka, bro.
Okay. Did he make the team?
Again, go back to training camp.
Okay.
As they're practicing, he drops down a little. He drops down, goes forward.
Okay.
And Chris Richard chews him the fuck out. And George Iloka's like, "Well, I was disguising my coverage, so you don't know where I'm at." And he's like, "Nah." Oh no, you
worry. I don't need anything.
But again, okay. Forget what George Iloka said. I can give you I can give you fucking comments from every team. We knew what they were going to do. Hold on. We knew what they were going to line up. We knew what they were going to do, and we did this. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Jamal Adams. If they tell you, no, you're going to sit here and do this no matter what, the other team is going to know what you're doing and take advantage of you.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna go on one comment he made based on what he felt and what the coach say and make that the whole story.
Bro, but you don't have to. But you don't have to. But you don't have to. There are teams that we played. There are teams that we played. Bro, there are teams that we played that after the games say the exact same thing for the entire Garrett era. Underneath Marinelli,
BJ, but we're not discussing about the coach. Well, we're discussing. I don't care. Listen, we all know the coaches suck. We all know they predictable. Des Bryant said that 3 years ago. We all know that. We passed it. What we talk about right now is what I'm saying. What Spoonie is saying. Stop taking guys and experimenting as safety. That's the thing about. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God! No, you're saying you're saying the safeties that we have aren't going to be shit because of what happened before.
I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is this: the one safety that we do have that should have been playing last season because he showed in preseason that he's up there, he could play was Wilson. Xavier Woods. Again, never played safety. He was a slot corner.
No,
experiment.
Let me stop you there. No. Let me stop you there. He played a ton of safety at Louisiana Tech, bro. You're out of pocket.
I'm Googling right now. I'm Googling right now. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Cheeto playing safety.
Go ahead, sir.
At Colorado,
sir, go ahead.
Corner.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're out of pocket. You're out of pocket. You are so.
No, I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm out of pocket. Trust me, I'm not out of pocket.
Out of pocket. Out of pocket. Out of pocket. We took it. We took it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as Spoon's trying to sit here and convince me, we took a slot. We took a slot cornerback from Louisiana Tech and made him a safety. Jesus H. Christmas. Somebody help.
Same we do with Bobby Jones. Going into safety, right or wrong. Do we do that now?
Sir,
do we do that now? What position did Bobby Jones play at Connecticut?
He tweened.
Come on,
he played both.
Now.
He played both.
BJ, you got to keep it 100, BJ. We argue this.
Sir,
why?
Oh my God. Just pull it up. Just pull it up. Just pull Xavier Woods up, sir.
BJ.
I'll do it.
We
quit.
No,
you quit.
No. You
quit.
Can't yourself. The Cowboys was stupid to switch Byron to safety. He was a cornerback. You said that yourself. Now we're gonna sit here and say he played both. Come on, you know that.
I always said he was a better corner than a safety. He did both in college.
I'm fine. And he still plays. He still plays safety. That's why he's not.
Which is always stupid.
There you go. So again, draft a safety. That's all I'm saying. My thing. I don't care if it's a 5th round guy. Draft somebody who knows how to play safety. Stop draft again. Get lucky and maybe find a Barry Church all over again. You keep experimenting with these guys. This is what happens. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, real quick for the people in the back. Xavier Woods football, Louisiana Tech athletics, career honors and awards from Conference USA Mission Honorable Roll, Jim Thorpe Award, safety.
Hold that to me.
Safety.
I guess that for you is better. Hold on.
My goodness, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for swimming right now.
Yeah, don't apologize to me. I apologize. You know what you said about Byron Jones. You're switching that. You know what you said.
I'm not switching that. No, I've always
You
said he was a better corner.
You thought that he was a cornerback. He was not a safety. Just because
I'm not disagreeing with you. Of course, I never want him to go to safety. I'm not disagreeing with you. I've always been on record he's a better corner. Which, guess what? He just got paid as a cornerback, bro. Like, you're not telling me nothing I don't know. Of course, I said he was a corner, not a safety, for sure. Like, you're trying to say something that I know I said. There you go. It's in your inbox. He played safety at Louisiana Tech, bro. Like, I don't understand.
I'm gonna give you the snaps between corner and safety. I'm gonna give you the snaps. That's my thing. Same thing with Cheeto. He played more snaps as safety. Look, Michael Jenkins, Philadelphia Eagles, former safety for the Eagles. Now with the Saints, he's a safety, but he played linebacker in certain packages. He played corner in certain packages. Just because you line up in that spot, don't mean that's a position. You are flexible enough to hold it down. But what are you?
But whenever you're in a dumbass system, I don't care what you play him at. It's not going to matter. And the last system we had was terrible. You don't think it was?
It was so terrible that Byron Jones made the Pro Bowl off of it, but because the other guy, he made the Pro Bowl. Tito, I hear you.
How about this one? Hey, how about this one? Did wait a minute? Wait now. Did he made the Pro Bowl? Did Byron Jones travel? It's Pro Bowl. It's voting. Whatever. Did Byron Jones travel?
No, he didn't.
He didn't travel. Thank you. All right.
That's why I wouldn't.
Whoa. No. But that's the system. It wasn't because we didn't want him to do it. System. Cheeto. Go see what Cheeto gave up as well. Go look at his stats.
Well, no. First of all, here's the difference. Wide receivers pick and choose which corner they want to line up in front of. If you can't travel, you still have the guards in front of you. Everybody knows, yes, Cheeto had a pass breakups. Now, see, Cowboy fans, we were split. You got some say, I'm with Cheeto for one more year. You got some, the other half say, we don't know. My whole thing is that for me personally, if they want to try my safety, like Mary read earlier about maybe we want to try my safety, that's the best bet. Why? He had more snaps as safety in Colorado. That was the key thing. Mm-hmm. Because you put him at corner at certain schemes or whatever, it don't mean that's his best position. Maybe safety is a better look for him. Might as well try it. Last year if he's there, what else you got? What else you got? You might as well try it. End of the day, what I'm saying for the future is get somebody who knows how to play the position and stop trying to get experimental guys. That's all I'm saying. Now, my thing, the last show, we said about position of needs, safety came up again. Oh, why?
We don't have no depth.
Why? You don't need no. We got great depth. Let the guys play. We got great depth for safety. We got Davian Thompson, right? We got Xavier Woods there. You got Ha, right? You got Donovan Wilson. That's depth right there. What else you need? You said earlier, let's see them play. Well, let Stephen wait 2 weeks. Let him see grind it out. Matter of fact, we have no preseason, so hopefully in camp he can see what we got. And if we don't know now, maybe for next year he may do it. Who knows?
Hey, Spoon.
Get what we going at?
Hey, Spoon. I love this. Hold on. Wait, I got a comment. Hold on. I got a great one for you. I got a great one from Spark Performance and Rehab. Ask Nnamdi Asomugha.
What about him?
All-time great over there. Whoa.
I'm saying.
No, he didn't say you. No, he said ask. He didn't say nobody. Calm down, Spoon, because you're hot right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're like a 9.5. Hold on. Again, Nnamdi was great in Oakland. Fantastic. Didn't travel on the outside. Things are fine. Took his ass over. We almost signed him. Don't forget, we almost signed him. Took his ass over to Philly. Got burnt the fuck up, and goodbye.
Already.
No, system matters.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. Ready for this? I was never a huge fan of Nnamdi Asomugha. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, that time at the AFC, there was really no comp with the wide receiver at the position. Everybody he's locked down. Everybody who's locked down from within the division was nobody. Everybody, even experts came out and said, if he goes to the NFC side where you have more premier wide receivers, he's going to struggle. And here's the thing: he never traveled in Oakland, nor did he ever travel with the Eagles. Now, mind you, the Eagles paid him $10 million more than what we offered him because Rex Ryan at the time, Rob Ryan was our coordinator, was starving for him. At the same time, again, Rob Ryan, okay, system. My thing is this: a system does not show you how to cover a guy one-on-one across from you,
bro. But it does. Stop, Spoon. Let me stop you right there. Whenever,
who was the time?
Oh my God,
Spoon. BJ, talk to me.
Spoon.
Who was the coordinator at the time? BJ. They ran the same system. Rob Ryan and Jim Johnson.
Spoon. If I'm not allowed to come up and do anything, you're telling me I have to spend so many yards. Hold on. Well, Spoon, you watched the Cowboys the last 3 years. How many times on 3rd and 7 did you hate seeing our quarterback 7 yards off the ball? Stop right there. Just answer that. Answer that.
Let's stay with Nnamdi Asomugha first. Before we let's stay with Nnamdi Asomugha first. No, we got to fix that.
Here's what Spoon does.
No. You doing that? You mentioned Nnamdi Asomugha. I want to stay with Nnamdi. You're saying
he went to a different system.
And again, hello, right? Rob Ryan taught him the system, right? The Eagles ran the same system that then Jim Johnson is the same thing. It's the same thing. You keep ignoring that. You mentioned the system with Nnamdi Asomugha. I'll tell you the same thing.
As Norton said, Nnamdi went from a man corner to a zone corner in Philly. He switched systems, bro. He switched systems.
You know what? For now on, that's the number one excuse for everything. He didn't tackle right, it's the system. He didn't do that right, it's the system. He didn't catch the ball right, it's the system. He got scored on the touchdown, it's the system. Everything the system. From now on, everything's the system. So Xavier Woods struggled this year. Oh no, it's the system. So we got to find a whole new system.
No. See, Spoon, you think Spoon, you think everything's absolute. That's not what I said. I said, hold on. I said in the cover 2, which he didn't play in college, he's not been very good at. Okay, that's now the system changes. You have to see what he gives you. Look, and if he still sucks, then so be it. If he walks through the door, then it'll be different. Like, bro, like you can't think everything is absolute. Like low key. Like not every look. Remember, hold on. Let me give you some credit here, Spoon. Hold on. Let me help you with something. Let me help you out with something. Are there players that are system proof? Absolutely. Look at me, Spoon. They're hold on. But they're generational players. Like for instance, look. I'll take Zeke, for instance. Right. Whether it's zone blocking, I form, shotgun read, he's going to eat. However, not every player's generational. You have to put players in positions to win. Hold on, Spoon. Hold on. You gotta listen. You can't if you're doing this, you can't listen. If you know that already, Spoon, is the cover 2 outdated in the NFL? Besides us, who ran the cover 2?
I'm gonna wait my turn patiently. If I can get the full story. Go ahead.
Wait my turn. Okay, well, I'm asking you a question. Besides us, who runs the cover 2?
I'm not gonna. Again, I want to get into. I want to get to the call.
You have to get there. Spoon, it's all relevant.
It can be outdated however you want, but when you bring a guy in there, you're doing your job before you draft to find out what the guy can do, right? Because at the end of the day, we're not gonna. To be honest, we're not gonna be able to bring up every tape that Xavier was there in college and say, well, he can't do this, he can't do that. Obviously, you brought in the guy because you worked him out. You see what he can do, right or wrong. So if you again, it's not like Xavier Woods was drafted on a different defense that he had last year. It wasn't like that. He's drafted with the same guys who looked up, who looked them out, who worked them out. So that tells you what the guy can do and what the guy can't do. So basically, if you say if you can play the cover two, you could do that. Guess what? I'm expecting you to come in here and show something. I'm not saying you're gonna be an all-star your first year, but all I'm saying is that while everybody's saying his breakout years here, he's been missing tackles his last 3 years. But we're gonna say the system. If you're gonna say the system, it's fine. What I'm gonna say is not the system. And in the day, they worked him out. They see what he can do. They looked at tape. Are we gonna say that we saw every tape that he did?
Bro,
every
who plays softer coverage than us when Marinelli was here? Who? Bro,
DJ, you know what? I'm on your side. I'm on your side. The system that we played in last year messed up the whole players game.
Hold on. Let me do a better one. Forget. You know what? Forget. No. I'll even help. Let me help you get an understanding. Let me baptize you real quick. Let me baptize you. In the 60th year, right? What was the worst? 60th year. We got the patch on the jersey now, right?
Right.
1960 to 2020, 60 years.
Right.
What was the worst statistical year ever in Cowboys history defense? Can you tell me that?
No,
because I can.
Tell me,
sure.
Tell me. Teach me.
Who was the guy that brought Marinelli on? Who's the guy, or not brought him here? Who coached Marinelli? Who gave him the Monty effing Kiffin?
Right.
We brought him in, brought the Tampa 2, because see, a lot of people think the Tampa 2 and the cover 2 are the same thing. It's not true. It's not true. Tampa 2 is a little bit different than the cover 2, but they're in the same family.
Right.
So different players. When Monty was here, the worst defense ever in Cowboys history.
Okay.
Ever. Wait. And then we decided, well, that Tampa 2 sucks, but let's roll with the cover 2 though. Cover 2 be all right.
So what you're saying
in a league that's predicated on offense, let's do this whole we're going to bend, not break. And again, you think the corners, you want to talk about safeties, whatever. But whenever corners are getting their ass ate up because wait a minute, I think somebody just said over here.
I have
coverage.
But BJ, what you're doing is this, BJ. You're acting as if I'm saying that we didn't have a bad system. But here's the thing: to overall fix this, your thing is the system hurt the players. What I'm saying is this: it's not just the system. Some players are just not that good to play the position. That's where I'm at.
Okay. Well, let me rewind. Okay. If you're going to play a cover 2, there's certain things you got to do to help the back end because it has to be front forward. And we never did those things. So how on God's green earth did you expect the secondary ever to win whenever? Was there a Warren Sapp on this team? No. Was there a Warren Sapp here?
BJ, I'm not talking about the team. You're talking about the whole secondary as a whole. I'm not doing that. I'm pointing out players in the position.
I'm sorry. Which secondary? Wait. I just want to know what secondary players you love. Help me out.
I'm talking about the weakness of BJ.
No. I'm with you. What secondary players do you love?
Regardless of how bad the system was with the coaching staff he had.
Was it bad? Are you saying it was bad now?
Whoa, BJ. Well, no. What I'm saying is this right now: is that you had a mix of bad calls with bad players. It's a mix. You call Jeff the GOAT, right? You call him the GOAT, right? You call him the GOAT, right?
Of course.
At the end of the day, that's your opinion. I respect that.
Hold on, that's tongue in cheek shit though. I'm not like.
Was he good? Do you feel that he need to be replaced? Yes or no?
No. What I knew was. Whoa. Hold on. What I knew was this, and obviously was proven last year. I knew if he wasn't on the field, this defense was worse than it was when he was on the field. And all the stats back that up for me.
Because you didn't want to add nobody like Donovan Wilson. We argue this. We got video on Stargate. We argue this. Jason Garrett's team was playing the best players, right? Who earned it, right? He didn't start doing it to the last 3 games of the season with Witten. You want to set an example with Witten? It seems practically over. Jeff Heath should never. Once he got hurt, Donovan Wilson should have kept in the game. Come on, Jordan Lewis, same thing.
As a coach, I'm telling you, it was the system. Rashard was a joke. All he did was bark. Marinelli was outdated.
I'm not saying this. See, again, let me say this without interrupting. No, I'm not saying the system wasn't bad. It was. It was shitty. It was terrible. Disgusting. What I will say that just because the system was bad, it wasn't like, in my opinion, that Woods was that good. In my opinion, Heath was that good. See, don't be Woods. To all respect to the fans, at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of passes and everything. End of the day, do I believe he can get better? Of course he can. Should he go to safety, in my opinion? Yes, he should, because that's what he played mostly in college, safety. What I'm saying is this, is that a system does not tell, it's not the reason why you don't tackle, you can't tackle with a guy in front of you. That's pretty crazy. A guy's in front of you with the ball, you know how to tackle. We seen plays after plays last year say, nah, Woods ain't the guy. Woods ain't the guy. Oh, it's a system. Everything was a system. I'm saying it's mixed. System was bad. Certain players are bad. Plain simple.
I mean, Jalen missed a lot. I mean, Jalen Smith a good player to you?
Jalen Smith?
Yeah.
A good player?
Yeah.
Well,
no. Pro Bowler, top 100.
Again, Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is a great player. He could play 3, 4, and 4. In college, he did both. And Jerry Jones, in his third year, Jerry Jones already has said that when it was asked about going 3, 4, you can do that because you have play. I mean, I was the one who came out and said about D-Law, Jalen Smith, LVE, they all play in 3, 4. They can play any system.
Okay. Well,
go ahead.
I mean, he missed a shit. I mean, he missed a shit ton
of surgery. How you gonna come on? You're talking about I'm cherry picking? You're cherry picking. The man had major surgery. How you gonna say he tackles?
Whoa! Last year, stop.
Come on, BJ.
I'm talking about last season. Missed what? Wait for it.
The system, the scheme.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna let me talk? He missed a lot of tackles last year. He did. You know why? Because he got played out of position in the system.
Which is the same system he did the year before that.
Right. But once LVE got hurt, he had to play out of position. Oh, wait. And then rewind. Rewind. They didn't have guys in front of them to protect them, LV and whatever, to go let them do what they do, right? Again, that's system, because the system means when you do a cover 2 with the off technique and everything else. Oh no, wait now. You got to get that front 4 has to get home. You got a Warren Sapp, yeah, but you got a Sidney Rice. Yeah, I mean you got certain things there. Then you have then all of a sudden you have a Derek Brooks to run around and so on and so forth. That front 4 has to get the pressure the entire time, keep the linebackers clean, so then the corners can jump or whatever, and then the safeties have to basically be the one that let them get past them. Again, whether you want to believe it or not, the system failed multiple players across the board. I'm not even talking about just Xavier Woods. I'm talking about Jalen last year. It failed Jalen Smith. Great, he got a Pro Bowl bid. That's fine. And you know he missed a ton of tackles. Jalen Smith is a stud. Let me ask you this. You think Jalen Smith's going to be better this year in this defense or better in last year's defense?
I don't know.
That ain't what I asked you. That ain't what I asked you. I ain't what I asked you.
I'm not gonna ask a question until
you
let me
think-
fully I gotta answer it.
I'm
I gotta-
asking, do you think he's going to be better this year?
I don't know. You gotta understand. I want to say why. I want to say why. You understand something? The man, even last year, some say how he felt by his injury. It became there was a lot of talk about that. Remember, big risk of his injury.
Get to the why, Spoon. Get to the why.
DJ, I'm answering the why. You don't want to hear what I want to say. I'm telling you what it is. It's a mix of the scheme. Yes, it was. Mind you, it is the same. Can I finish though? It's the same scheme the year before he flows it. Listen, in this football game, NFL game, and it's a game like that, you don't do everything by yourself. Nobody's saying that. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody has a part to play. In that system, the defensive line will protect the linebacker. It did the first time. But once people see the same thing over and over and over, you got to know how to adjust. They never addressed it, that defensive line the year after. Everybody said that. That's no news. That's management. They never addressed it. And on top of that, another thing with Jalen Smith was
wait. Hold on. They added a Michael Bennett. They didn't address it. No, they added another player.
Again, DJ, when did Michael Bennett come? Did he come in the beginning or at the end?
I mean, he came in time to make a difference.
He came in time. He came in time with the system was struggling. Right? Come on, BJ. Let's just be honest. When you see your issues, your
idea that Xavier Woods played in a trash system and he missed some tackles, so he's trash.
Well, BJ, here's the thing. Again, what I'm saying is this: y'all want to keep blaming the system like Xavier Woods. What I'm saying is this: when there's a guy in front of you and how you tackle, the system does not show you how to tackle. Okay, there's a lot of tackle.
How many?
So what I'm saying is this: I can understand.
He was JJ Wilcox missing tackles.
BJ, I'm not done yet. I can understand now if you in position to make a play on a ball and a passing game because they got you somewhere else where you should be at. I can understand that. I've been saying tackling. Okay. There's no excuse for tackling. Okay. And y'all would be high on.
I mean, I don't know. You had like Xavier Woods already missing like 100 tackles.
I mean, listen. We got tape on Star Game. We talked a lot about it. Yeah. I mean, my feelings are still the same. This is why I don't understand.
Who do you think missed more? Who do you think missed more tackles, Jalen Smith or Xavier Woods?
Of course, probably Jalen Smith in front of him.
So what are you arguing about?
I'm not talking about why are we going there?
Because this doesn't matter. Because you're arguing. You're arguing about the system.
I'm not high on Woods. I've never been high on Woods. Never been.
Now rewind. See, it's the first honest thing you've said. See, you should. Hold on. I'm talking about in this conversation. What you should have led with was, man, I don't believe Xavier Woods being the safety next year. Okay. No, not tonight. No.
Earlier.
No.
I said that. He's not. Y'all keep saying the system. I'm saying he's not that good. If you're a good player, can adjust to any system. They find out about you to draft you to play in that system. That's what I've been saying. He's not that good. I've been saying that. In the draft.
Well, guess what? We get to find out.
Draft the safety.
Hey, we get to find out. That's the great. Hey, look, that's the great thing about training camp and the great thing about the season. Man, we get to find out. You know, hey, whether Cheeto goes over there or Robinson II goes over there or my guy, you know.
Here's the bad part. With no even though earlier today I came out and said the preseason could be an advantage of us as far as teams can study.
I mean, it can a little bit, but it hurts us.
No, only for that. For that. But here's the problem now.
Well, it helps the defense too.
No. What I'm saying is that I want to see the guys, somebody perform like the way Donovan Wilson performed in the preseason on live football, not against your own team, but against another opposing team. they're gonna throw something different at you. How do you adjust to that? That's my thing. Listen, Xavier was on the team. I've never been high on him really. At the end of the day, I never thought he was that good. People keep saying breakout year. When? You know, we cannot be in denial that we got a hole back there. I mean, we're not saying we need a safety for backup. No, backup's a backup. We got to have backup safety. We need somebody to starter right now. We need somebody in there. Put it this way. I'd rather Cheeto play safety and start over Woods. So I know he can do it. I know Cheeto can play safety. Him and HaHa could be a very good tandem. He played at a college. That was his main thing. In my opinion, with Woods, I'm like, people keep when he's gonna blow up. When?
I don't know. I mean, the guy Woods was a ball hawk and made a ton of plays in college, and then went to a different, and then went to a different system.
Everything's the system from now on. It can't be the system for everything.
But you have to understand, like, again, not every player is generational. I mean, look. Hold on. Watch this. For instance, let's start right here. Tom Brady,
right,
system. is considered system quarterback. That's all that matters.
Tom Brady, right?
That's what they say. That, like, across the board.
My opinion overrated. That's me.
But you think he's the system quarterback?
Yeah, I think
So considered for some the greatest all-time quarterback, you think system mattered for him, but somehow for Xavier Woods, the system doesn't matter for him.
Again, I said this 50 million times. I never said the system didn't do him wrong. I said the system did him wrong, but he's not a good safety. He's not a good player. I said both.
Oh, we got to get a good defensive system here and see what he can do.
I mean, listen, and again, when he gets benched or gets cut or whatever, we're gonna say, "Oh, it was the system." Come on, certain plays are just bad. Now
all this hot air, Spoon. What are you going to do whenever he, makes the Pro Bowl or something this year?
If Xavier Woods make the Pro Bowl, I have accountability. I've never had a problem with it. I will come out, eat crow. I will eat anything except shit and something with eyeballs popping out. Anything you want. That's it right there. I'll be wrong. I will own up to it. Hey, you know what? I'll buy you an Xavier Woods jersey. I'll do that.
Look, I'm not sitting here and saying, well, Xavier Woods is Jamal Adams. That's not what I'm sitting here saying.
I know that.
That's not what I'm saying. I mean, a little clarity to the situation, but we at least have to see how he works within this system to see what he brings to the table. I don't think you can throw the baby out with the bathwater per se. Of course you do. There's guys behind him. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay, or you can move Cheeto, or you can move. Yeah, I mean, there's guys that can put there. If he's that bad, there's guys that can put there with a better pedigree per se, draft capital wise, and let them play in front of him. It is what it is. Again, I'm a firm believer in this, Cowboys Nation. I'm a firm believer is. If I've seen it on tape once, I know it's in you. I do believe in that. And I can turn on the tape from him at Louisiana Tech and watch what he did and kind of understand what he can do. Now, I don't think he got put into the right, whether you like it or not, system. Hey, look, case in point, another guy that got up out of here. Give you another guy that got out of here, right? Wide receiver, right? From North Carolina. Little short white guy.
He went to the Steelers.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Switzer. Switzer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He questioned because they were using the way they were using him system-wise. Like, I'm a receiver. You're not letting me do this. That's what got him the hell up out of Dallas because the coaches that didn't like him questioning things. Bro, I can show you time and time again. Like, I don't really understand. Hold on. I don't think a lot of Cowboys fans, it's easy to say, well, the Garrett era sucked, blah, 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 blah. All that's fine. I think there was good. I think there's some highs in there. There were some lows in there. I think the over prevailing thing, since we moved away from that coaching staff, and the things that I look at, see, hear, whatever the case may be, is this. In a lot of ways, it was toxic. It just was. It was just like, no, there's no freedom. There's no this. No, here's what you are. And now, why would you draft the guy and try to do these things? Whatever. I don't understand. But at the end of the day, if you squeaked, your ass was out of here. And that's a bad thing. Again, I go back to, and the things that I absolutely unequivocally love right now is whenever Willie McClay said, as he talked with McCarthy a ton, he came back to the standpoint of player over system. I don't care. Bring me players. As long as I got players, it works. Now, Spoon, this is why. Hold on now, Spoon.
Well,
the previous regime here was system over player. Again, why I say, as it pertains to a Woods or whoever you want to pick, the system matters because it's the coach picking spots to put players in the best situation to win. The reason the hoodie is so far elevated over everybody else is he doesn't have a system. Basically, bring me the players. Oh, these are the players I got. This is what they're good at. Okay, well, this is what we'll do. I'm not going to take a round peg and try to put it in a square hole. And you have to understand, in the secondary and wide receiver and linebacker and D linesman, whether you want to buy it or not. Hold on now. Whether you want to buy it or not, since you're so inside the system doesn't matter. It matters. The coaching matters. But you have said it. You have said it time and time again.
DJ, we can rewind this whole thing.
Okay.
Now, one time that I ever said the system doesn't matter, what I said was the system does not show you how to tackle. And I came out and said I was never high on Xavier Woods. He's not a good player. A good play for me, you can't, no matter what system you can be playing, you ain't that good. That's just my opinion.
But it's not true. Again, but that's you saying it. Hold on, but that's you saying, but that's you saying again, the system don't matter. You're saying no matter what the DJ, that's what you're saying. You just said the player should be able to play in any system. Is that what you just said?
DJ, listen to what I'm saying. I didn't say that.
What I say it slow for me. I'm slow. Say it slow for me.
DJ, listen to what I'm saying. I've never said the system doesn't matter. I never said that. What I came out and said was, all right, when it comes to Xavier Woods,
no. That ain't what you just said. You just said before that. You said you didn't say Xavier Woods. You said a player should be able to perform in any system.
No, I didn't. BJ, we can rewind this again.
Oh, we will. Oh, we will. I'll clip it. Oh, Spoon left. Spoon left. Where does he go? Where does Spoon go? That guy Spoon was on one. I don't even know. Let me see if he comes back. I'm going to see if he comes back. No, he's not there. Where did Spoon go? He couldn't take it no more. With that being said, man, this is the after party show after the regular party. Just kick off YouTube. Have a good time. Me and Spoon obviously went back and forth on some things for sure. You know, we loved it. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. A little bit more raw, a little bit more things going on. As y'all, let me get it on the screen real quick. Man, sub, share, like it, come through. Stargang, obviously the group on Facebook, Stargang, also the page, like and follow the page. Hit that sub, hit the notification bell. We're going to be doing dual shows. We're going to do some special shows over here for other people, just to help grow the group and everything else. Man, we appreciate y'all and everything y'all came through and did tonight. My comment section wouldn't let me throw it up tonight. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to be on B-Live's ass as soon as I get out of here to make sure we get that situation right. But we do appreciate everybody that was rocking with us the entire time. I'm going to get out of here and talk to Spoon a little bit more and get him right. But we appreciate y'all as always. Grow the game, grow the group.